It's been so long and I'm tired. The lies, the cheating with men, with his bodyguard at some point. I'm done.
So it looks like Ja Rule just filed for divorce, and it's not over money or irreconcilable differences. It's because his wife Aisha just dropped a Freakoff tape with his bodyguard that humiliates him all the way. And all of a sudden, all that weird energy makes sense. Remember how Ja had been going off on 50 Cent for producing the Diddy documentary and trying to frame it as him standing up for the culture? Well, Aisha says that was never the truth. According to her, Ja has been spiraling because 50 allegedly has footage exposing Ja in a freak-off with Diddy and his own bodyguard. Let her tell us she's been covering for him for years, but now she's done covering, and Ja feels betrayed, and now he's leaving after almost 25 years of marriage. So how bad is this footage of Ja Rule? And if he's willing to walk away like this, does this mean that 50 Cent is going to produce a Ja Rule documentary? Wouldn't put it past him. Y'all, this is a mess, and it's only going to get even messier. So let's get into the chaos. I know Ja Rule is crying right about now because everybody knows that he was allegedly getting down and dirty with his bodyguard. But what makes it even wilder is that his wife is the one who dropped the footage. So y'all know that she was just waiting for the perfect moment to expose him. But y'all, she must have humiliated him something serious. And this alleged footage that she dropped, we see Ja Rule with the man who Aisha claims to be his bodyguard, and well, let's just say that things look quite steamy between them, if you know what I mean. But if you thought that this was bad, well, apparently the full footage is even worse, because it showed Ja Rule and the bodyguard in a very nasty freak-off like three-way action. And y'all wanna guess who the third person in the three-way was? Y'all, they're saying it was Diddy. Y'all, too many freak-offs. The twists and turns in this story are just insane. And when I tell you that this is insane, I'm not even kidding, because fans are freaking out themselves. And it looks like we have finally figured out why Ja Rule has been crashing out on 50 Cent all week. But Aisha tell us the reason that Ja Rule has been going off is that he's been trying to invalidate 50. But why would he try to play messy like that? Well, according to Aisha, it's because 50 has receipts to expose Ja Rule's affair with Diddy. And you know Ja Rule couldn't let that slide. He had to clap back. Let's take it to war. See, the play here is that if Ja Rule manages to convince people that 50 Cent is a liar and unreliable, then when 50 comes out to try to expose him, nobody's gonna believe him. And from the looks of things, 50 still has a lot of footage that just didn't make the documentary.
Well, everything couldn't make the. It was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so it couldn't.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it.
But I guess that kind of makes sense that Ja Rule will be terrified. And y'all, looks like he's been crashing out heavy. Now, to be fair, he has been doing a pretty good job of painting 50 out to be a hypocrite and unreliable. In one Instagram post, Ja Rule posted throwback pictures of Diddy and 50. He wrote, "Let me be clear, this ain't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time as he should be. This is about the sucker Curtis acting like he's hip-hop moral savior when you are no different." He then went on to post articles about how 50 Cent allegedly DV'd his previous partners, including court documents. He then wrote, "We need justice for all these women. Let's not be selective about our outrage when it comes to bad men. People are scared to speak out on Curtis, so I will." Well, he also took to X to talk about how 50 Cent kicked his baby mama Daphne Joy in the stomach when she was pregnant with their son, and 50 ended up taking a plea deal for the case and was sentenced to probation. Now, while all this was going on and before Aisha came out to expose him, everybody just assumed that Ja Rule was just crashing out because of his old beef with 50. Y'all remember when 50 Cent bought 200 tickets from the entire front row of Ja Rule's concert so it would be empty?
You had a beef with, or have a beef with Ja Rule?
Yeah, it's an old school. That's an old.
But I understand in October you did something to get back at Ja Rule.
Yeah.
And please tell the people what you did.
I bought like the first 4 rows in his concert.
Bought the first 4 rows in his concert?
Yeah, they was like on Groupon for $15. It wasn't like they was showing me the stuff on there, and my sister and stuff, and I said, "Yo, they put concert tickets in." And I looked, and his tickets was there. I was like, "How much are the tickets?" $15. Okay, give me the first 4 rows.
Yes, petty 50 Cent. But y'all, we all thought this was Ja Rule's way of trying to get back at 50 for that humiliation and the trolling over the years. But now, with Aisha allegedly coming out to expose him, well, the math is suddenly starting to math. But why on earth would Aisha expose her own husband for supposedly being on the DL? Well, from what sources are saying, their marriage has been strained for a minute, and there's been more hate than love between them. Plus, this isn't even the first time that Aisha has exposed Ja Rule for being on the DL. Y'all remember when Ja Rule went to prison in 2011? Well, as it turns out, he just got a little too cozy with one of his inmates in prison. When he was released, that understandably put a strain on their marriage. Aisha was so mad that she aired him out saying, "We spent 10 plus years building our marriage, but it only took him 2 to decide he'd rather suck a D than be with his wife. He returned home all right to get his ish and leave." Looks like Ja Rule was like, holla, holla, when she wasn't this down that chick. She claims that Ja Rule simply told her that he was sleeping with his own personal trainer, and not until later did she find out that not only was he a man, but his person cellmate. Aisha admits that she hopes that it was just a phase, but is now convinced that this whole 50 thing was not just a silly rap feud, but more like a likely crush. Looks like Ja Rule wasn't playing when he said, "I know you're getting bored dealing with him." Yo, the more we talk about this, the more we start to understand that Ja Rule has a little obsession with 50 Cent, it seems. And if Aisha exposed Ja Rule once, then you can bet that she's more than willing to expose him again, especially when you factor in the reports about their marriage being strained. But before y'all start saying that Aisha is a better soon-to-be ex-wife, there have been other reports over the years about Ja Rule being a little bit zesty. Like when Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, revealed that he once saw Diddy buying adult toys, which he then allegedly used on Ja Rule.
When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, he got to go put it on the counter and, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said plugs. And I was like, "Hey, yo, what are you getting this for?" And it said plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, "Yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother." Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Ja Rule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there."
Y'all, that's not even the half of it, because Jaguar Wright entered the chat and had a little something to say about Ja Rule being zesty too. Jaguar claimed that when Ja Rule went to prison, he banned his wife from visiting him behind bars because he was just being turned out by his prison roommates. Jaguar also revealed that the affair didn't stop after Ja Rule got out of prison because the roommate continued to write him letters after Ja Rule got out.
And then she found the letters of your boo loving up on your cupcake and cellmate, your little fruit. Open your mouth. Tell the truth. Gene was talking about you when he had to throw your cousin up there in the piano.
Now, Jaguar didn't even stop there. She proceeded to rip Ja Rule a new one.
Pick me, bitch. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Sheesh. All right. So along with this whole
Go turn on your wife so you can play hide the soap. You fucking
Y'all, calling somebody an Illuminati pick-me-bee is wild, but Jaguar wasn't done with him yet because she also talked about how Ja Rule doesn't respect women, not even his own wife.
These ain't got no respect for women. They ain't got no respect for women. Woo, they give birth to your children. They put up with all of your shit. They gotta listen to everybody gossiping about which bitch you're f***ing when the truth is you're fake niggas. And you probably suck better than your girl.
Y'all, this is a hot mess, but there's actually more. It turns out that Ja Rule's shenanigans with Diddy is the reason he kept defending Diddy since Diddy got exposed too. Like the time he went on Piers Morgan. When Pierce pressed Ja on Diddy, the nonstop allegations were swirling around him. Ja clearly wasn't comfortable. He danced around the question and settled on a safe answer, saying he wished Diddy well. Well, that was what caught people's attention though, because the word he chose. Ja brushed the whole thing off as unfortunate circumstances, which felt like a major understatement considering the seriousness of what's being accused of Diddy. But fans immediately clocked that it was him softening the situation instead of addressing it head on.
I think a guy is a friend of yours, which is P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Coombs. What's your take on what's happening with him?
Again, man, it's another black man in this industry going through some unfortunate, circumstances. And so, I wish him luck as well with everything he's going through. And, and if there's victims in this, I can't speak on things that I don't know about Pierce. And so I try not to. I try to leave those things to those who do that. That's why people have podcasts and stuff like that. They talk about these things back and forth. I don't really get involved with that, but yeah, I wish everybody, love and pray.
And now, watch how Ja got all awkward and tried to laugh off Pierce's little joke about Diddy crashing at his place.
What's up, Fausto? I'm doing an interview, baby. I'm live on TV. I'll check y'all later. I'll come golf with y'all later. Yeah.
Who's that, Diddy?
But who?
Was that Diddy or Fiddy?
Who? Fausto. That's my guy, Fausto. You got jokes, Pierce. I see you got jokes.
Y'all, the signs have been right there in front of us this whole time, but we just didn't see it. But the wildest part about this is that even after all this, Ja Rule still isn't taking responsibility. According to reports, he's been crashing out on Aisha, blaming her for ruining his life and humiliating him. And to punish her, insiders are saying that Ja Rule has filed for divorce because he just can't bring himself to forgive her after she exposed him like that. But considering that their marriage has been on the rocks for a minute, it doesn't seem like Aisha is going to be caring all that much. But honestly, Ja Rule didn't file for divorce because things quietly fell apart. Looks like he filed because everything he was trying to keep buried popped up again. And once Aisha stopped covering up for him, all those moments people brushed off started to line up. The random crash outs, the sudden anger at 50, the way he kept defending Diddy. Now that the marriage is done and things are getting messier by the minute, if Aisha really meant it when she says she's done protecting him, this doesn't feel like the end of it all. It feels like the part where things finally start coming out, and it's only about to get worse.